Hi, my name is Martin Fahn, and today we're going to be talking about active ransomware protection when using Catalogic DPX software, a feature that we're calling DPX Guard Mode. Now, if you're using DPX for backup and recovery today, you're probably already aware that we can do block level backups to our software-defined storage destination known as vStore. And these snapshots can then be replicated to other vStore servers in your enterprise and or archived to physical tape media or cloud object storage. From these snapshots, you're going to be able to pull out individual files, mount the snapshots as primary storage through instant access, make snapshots into VMware virtual machines through DPX virtualization, or recover entire server images through bare metal restore. Hopefully, you're already aware of these existing capabilities and putting them to good use in your disaster recovery and test dev plans. But we need to think about data protection as more than just backup and recovery. What happens when data that you don't want, like ransomware, lands on a server? In a traditional backup and recovery sense, it's garbage in and garbage out, meaning that you'll back up those encrypted files, replicate those affected snapshots, and even recover and potentially spread ransomware before you even realize what snapshots have been compromised with it. The idea behind DPX Guard Mode is to help with early detection of ransomware by extending the capabilities of the DPX agent services beyond simply reading and moving data. We can do this by performing active protection against potential compromises to the file system. And this can include restricting certain files through a block list or using a green lane to only allow certain file types or custom applications to write to the file system. We can configure honeypots that can act as booby traps and alert on modifications and access to a specific location. And finally, we can configure threshold violations and access patterns and signatures that can notify an administrator when abnormal I/O is detected, possibly signifying a ransomware attack. By doing these things with DPX Guard Mode, we can ensure that the source server is free from ransomware and that its snapshot copies that you'll be replicating and restoring from are also uncompromised. DPX Guard Mode will be implemented in 3 separate phases. The first is the detective phase, which we've just released with DPX version 4.8.1. This essentially just does the monitoring and notification of any violations and reports it back to the DPX event console. With phase 2, we'll be implementing the preventive functionality to immediately block and deny access to users in violation of these rules. And the final phase 3 will be the cognitive phase, where we will incorporate machine learning and tie in the DPX recovery functionality to help guide users through a restore of only those files that were modified before the offending user was effectively blocked. So stick around, the next following sections will be live demonstrations on each of the features that we discussed.